My name is Angela Bradham, and I did my presentation on overcoming anxiety. Do you ever get sweaty palms, feel shaky, or feel like your heart's beating right out of your chest? These are some common examples of what it feels like when someone is experiencing anxiety. For some people, anxiety is a good thing. It gives them that extra little push that they need to accomplish the goals that they've set for themselves. But if the person doesn't take action, eventually it can turn into a problem. Anxiety can take over a person's entire life. Some of you may be wondering, what is anxiety? How can anxiety take over someone's life? What symptoms does it give a person? I'm going to explain this and some steps that people can take to overcome anxiety once and for all. As you can see from the slide, anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. Generalized anxiety disorder is the most common form of anxiety in the United States and around the world. If someone has been worrying for a long period of time and they can't seem to stop, they may have GAD. Social phobia is the fear of going into the public. People who do not enjoy public speaking may have this type of social anxiety. A panic disorder is a disorder which causes a person to have heightened fear and anxiety. Agoraphobia is when a person lives in fear of being trapped. This disorder usually presents itself in adults. It can lead an individual to not want to leave their home if untreated. Specific phobia is when a person fears something specific, like a fear of heights or a fear of spiders. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a stress anxiety that is caused by some sort of trauma. And last, obsessive compulsive disorder is an anxiety that leads an individual to exhibit compulsions or obsessions. Symptoms can differ between people and from disorder to disorder. General anxiety disorder can make a person feel anywhere from having trouble concentrating to having difficulty swallowing. Social phobia can make a person avoid going to a place they feel will cause the anxiety. People who suffer from panic disorder often range from a rapid heartbeat to feeling as though the person is going to die. Agoraphobia, as mentioned earlier, can lead to a fear of the person leaving the house. Specific phobia, such as being afraid of the spider, can cause sweating and a desire to run away from that spider. Post-traumatic stress can lead a person to relive a traumatic event over and over. An obsessive-compulsive disorder can cause a person to repeatedly do something they do not want to do, such as wash their hands. After a person recognizes what type of anxiety they have, the first thing the person must decide they want to do is change their behavior. They can start this by taking small steps to overcome their anxiety. If a person is afraid of crowds, they should probably not start out by going to a concert, but instead they should try going to a small get-together or party. Maybe bring a friend with them. Writing your feelings down and trying to figure out where the triggers are coming from and how to counteract them can be an important step to getting over anxiety. Sometimes the person can figure out that what they were worrying about is not such a big deal after all. Sometimes all it takes is for the person to take a few deep breaths. Also, exercise can help to reduce anxiety by giving the body endorphins that can help to calm a person's mind. Before taking medicine to combat anxiety, A person should try to watch what they eat and drink. Sometimes what they're eating, they don't really know it can help to cause anxiety. Like drinking caffeine before bed, it can lead to anxiety. If nothing else works and the problems are chronic, medication can alleviate the symptoms quicker than therapy. If a person has doubts about medicating the condition, they can try herbs and dietary supplements as long as they study up, because they are not without their own side effects. So, in conclusion, if someone takes the time to figure out what type of anxiety they're suffering from, is honest about their symptoms, hopefully, as represented in the colors of my slides, red representing anxiety, eventually, someday, they may be symptom and anxiety free. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.